Scott Cole from YourGolfSwingFix.com, and in this video I want to cover how you can fix your hook. A player who hooks the ball has a tendency to be, the better kind of a golfer who is probably breaking 90, and he's a little bit more athletic, so he's able to get that club face square at impact and even close at impact. So the way we want to fix that hook is address it from two different angles. There's basically two different swing flaws that are going to lead to a person who hooks the ball more often than not. The first is that they might have a swing that's simply too flat. When you swing the club on a flatter swing plane, and if it's too flat, the club face will have a tendency to close up. The hands will release more quickly at the bottom of the swing, and so the club face will have a tendency to close up more quickly at impact, and that's going to cause you to hook the ball. The other swing flaw that can lead to the hook is basically a situation where you're attacking the ball from too far inside and you're not getting your body to move out of the way properly. You're not getting that good hip turn, and you're hanging back on your right side too long if you're a right-handed player. That forces the hands to run out ahead of the body. The club face closes early, and then you get that full hook kind of a shot. So in that regard, and really in both cases, it's a swing plane issue that you need to address. So in the first case, what you basically need to do, if you're swinging too flat, you need to get a little bit more upright in your swing. So the proper swing plane is one where we blend the right amount of up in our swing with our arms with the right amount of in. So if you go in too much, then you're going to have too flat a swing. Now, a lot of players who slice the ball pull the club too far to the inside, but then they loop it up at the top and then come over the top. So, but the better player has the ability to maintain their spine angle longer and use their lower body better in the swing, and that's what results in their hook. So to address that, we want to get the club in a more upright position on a better swing plane going back, and then on the way down, a good transition with the lower body and getting the arms more in front of the chest on the way down. That will get the club coming in at a better swing plane on the way down, and it's going to be more square at impact than close. You're going to hit more quality shots that way. So work on that thought instead of this. Get the club a little bit more upright in the swing, and get the club more in front of get the arms more in front of your chest on the way down. One thought is always, if you want to slice the ball, you want to cut across it from outside in like that. So if you're really struggling hooking, what Sam Snead used to do, if he hooked the ball all day on the golf course, he'll go to the range and just try and slice it. He would go to the range and just try and slice it. And once he had that, then he knew that he got his swing back to neutral. So work on that idea. If you want to try and get rid of a hook, think of trying to slice the ball. A slice swing is one that's coming from too far outside in and cutting across the ball. So think of that idea if you're trying to fix a hook. Now, if you're a golfer who has a tendency to attack from too far inside and not get your weight transferred, good enough. Some people do that because they're keeping the head down too long. So you need to let the head release with the club. If you're one of those players that's taught to keep the head down, the arms are going to race out in front of the body and close the club face, especially if you're attacking from too far inside. So you got to make sure that you get that good release and keep the upper and the lower body in sync so that you're going to avoid hanging too long on that back foot. Another thought might be if you have a tendency to not rotate the hips in the downswing, and instead you get this big sway this way, that's going to get the club stuck behind you, and you're going to end up releasing the hands too early because the arms again outrace the body and the club face closes up and you're going to hook. So what you've got to do is a combination of a couple things: a better swing plane coming down, arms more in front of the body, and also getting that better hip turn going through as well. So If you have a lack of flexibility in your hips, you might want to set up with the hips a little bit more open. And you also probably want to turn your toes out a little bit more, especially your front toe. That gives you better range of motion with the hips. So keep those thoughts in mind if you're a golfer who struggles with hooking the ball too much. And we'll see you in some other videos down the road. For more great information, visit me at yourgolfswingfix.com.